What's going on, y'all? My name is Jabril. I'm here to talk to you today about a recent experience I had in the Dominican Republic with the police in Dominican Republic. So I'm making this video today to give you a compare and contrast with police experiences that we all know happen in the United States, and as opposed to what happened to me in the Dominican Republic. So we already know what goes on in the United States with the police, but for people traveling to the Dominican Republic, more specifically Black people, since we're mainly the people that have all the issues with the police in the United States, what you might encounter with the police in DR in general, what your interactions might be with them. So I've only had one experience with them, and that was the experience that I'm about to talk about. And maybe other minor stuff like just greeting them, seeing them on the streets and stuff like that. They mostly just do their job and mind their business. They don't look at me funny or nothing like that, nothing crazy. But so yeah, I was in the Dominican Republic in the town called Cabarete. It's like a beach town. It's on like the coast of the Dominican Republic. It's close to Sosua. That's more of a popular or more of a well-known place. And I think it's about an hour and a half or maybe 2 hours away from Puerto Plata. That's like a more known place than Sosua, from my understanding. So in Cabarete, or at least the town I was in Cabarete, it's like basically like a one street road, and it's like a bunch of houses on the roads, and I was staying in one of the houses. And the main mode of transportation, at least from what I see, is everybody has scooters. Some people have bicycles, like pedal bikes. I don't see that often because it's mad difficult to be pedaling everywhere. But people got scooters, electric and gasoline, and people have cars too. But scooters is the main way people seem to be getting around in Cabarete, like the locals and residents. And it's the most convenient too, because you could just hop on the scooter and go and park it wherever you want. It doesn't seem to be any parking regulations or restrictions or none of that. So just park wherever you want and make sure it's not in the way of anything, and you're good. So I rented a scooter out there for like a good week, and I was with my father too. So me and my father were out there just with the scooter every day, just traveling, going to different places in Cabarete. And it was fun. The scooter is fun. It was a gasoline scooter. So one day I was going back to my accommodation, which wasn't too far from his, by scooter. He had to drive me there, drop me off. And it was getting late out. It was like 7:30, maybe 8 p.m. It was definitely dark. It was dark, but it wasn't midnight or anything like that. It was like normal hours, 7:30, 8, maybe 8:30. I don't know. One of those hours. It was dark out. And so we were heading to my accommodation, and my accommodation is off the main street. It's like further inside a neighborhood, a quiet, peaceful neighborhood, no issues from what I see. Cool neighborhood where my accommodation was. So, and I was on the back of the scooter. He was driving the scooter, and we turned off the main road to get into the what's the word? The other road to get to my accommodation. And we were just driving, no issues. We didn't even see the police. This is when the police encounter happens. Excuse me. So we go off the main road, and we make a left onto another road inside the area that we're traveling in, and I hear a motorcycle behind me. I didn't even look behind me, but I heard a motorcycle behind me. So I tell my dad, I'm like, "Oh, we got some company," just joking around, not really realizing we got company right behind us, and it was two police officers on a motorcycle. And so they pull up behind us and they signal for us to stop and all that. So we stop, and we're kind of shocked because like we haven't really had no interactions with the police out there. And so they stop us, and they're speaking Spanish, and I speak pretty decent Spanish. I'm not the best, but I know how to get my point across and listen. And but Dominicans speak kind of fast, so I didn't know much of what they were saying, but I understood what they were saying. It was just I had to comprehend a little quicker than I normally do with other Spanish speakers. So they stop us and they ask us where we're going, where we're from, just general questions in Spanish. And my dad, he understands somewhat what they're saying. I understand what they're saying. They're just asking us where we're from, where we're going. And I just answer the questions in Spanish. You say we're Americans, accommodation right down the road, hotel right down the road, my dad is like, this is my son. I'm just dropping off my son. And what else did they ask? That was really it. They were just trying to profile to see if we had any suspicious things going on with us, but no, nothing more than that. They weren't trying to mess with us, target us, ask us for bribes, just nothing like that. They just, asked us what was going on, and that was it. They looked a little suspicious, but they were cool. The point is, I didn't get any bad vibes from these police that I would potentially get in the United States. So after they asked us those questions, they found out we were tourists, we were Americans. They just let us go, and that was it. So, and the potential reason why they may have stopped us, we still don't know for sure, is because our scooter didn't have a license plate. And it was a new motorcycle. So supposedly when you get a new motorcycle, you have 6 months of not having to register the motorcycle and get plates. So you can drive it around for 6 months before you have to get plates. So maybe that's what caught their attention. Maybe it was just a random stop, who knows. But overall, it was a calm experience, and me and my father, we just realized, like, hey, this could have turned out way differently than if we were in the United States. Like, if you get, as y'all know, if you get stopped in the United States by police, you don't know what's gonna happen. It might be your last day. It might be your last interaction with a person or something, So, yeah, it was calm. It was calm. But out here, it's hectic out here. So just to give you guys a contrast of how different the police are out there if you ever interact with them. So everybody has different interactions with the police. Yours might be different if that ever happens to you. But that just showed that it's not really at least from my experience, it wasn't a racial aspect when they stopped me, because these police officers were black. They were Dominicans. They looked like me, same color as me and my father. So the racial aspect was not a factor at all. They just really wanted to know what was going on with us, where we was going, and that was it. We told them so, and they went their separate way. We continued on, and that was about it. So yeah, that's my experience. It's not that exciting, but just so y'all know, like, experiences with the police in DR are primarily Hispanic and black country. I don't think it's gonna be a racial element if that ever happens to you. It's just gonna be what's going on. So, as opposed to what we gotta deal with out here in the States. So yeah, just so y'all know, that's what happened. And Spanish will definitely help you. If you know how to speak Spanish, even just a little, just how to say you're Americans, where you're going, where you're headed, where you're coming from, that'll help a lot. Especially if you tell them, like, hey, I don't speak that good Spanish, I'm still learning, that'll definitely help. Because if we didn't know Spanish, because they didn't know English, if we didn't know Spanish and we couldn't understand them at all, it might have been a little more complicated to tell them what was going on. And I'm not sure if we had phone service. Some places that you might be in DR, if you don't have a SIM card or if you don't have phone service, you can't pull out a translator and tell them what's going on. So yeah, but it was a cool experience. So it just made me more confident that if I have more interactions with them in the future, like, it's not gonna be nothing crazy. It's not gonna be no kind of profiling or nothing like that you deal with in the States. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that. If y'all got any questions about what happened to me or just anything in general, just let me know. Oh, and another thing, check out my merch. I make some pretty cool clothes. The brand is called Treasure, as you see me wearing it right now. If you need some new clothes to rock when you're in another country, when you're in DR, whatever country you're in, I'll add the link in my description. So let me know what you think. Check out some clothes. If you like it, buy something.